Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They start the drive with Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Peterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get... behind the line.
That's what I'm talking about. Not him, boy. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Break. 51, Mike 51. Stay with your man.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught at the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hey, rock it, rock it. Mike 50.
Defense wins championship, baby.
Get it.
Back to throw here. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. Back to throw. McMahon. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
54.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon, he wants it all for the end zone. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down now. It's Peterson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike, hey, let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, Delta. Go Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, Deary. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 50's the mic, 50's the mic. I got it.
2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to go down again. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Go!
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
Check, 55, check, Hayward, hey, that QB's trash, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55, hey, eat. Let's go.
To throw on second down, McMahon, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You're not ready, go. Ready, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon flush. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. You're just going to pick up a holding call.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that... Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. McMahon buying time to his left. Finding room at the 30. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. McMahon. And an alley. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second down. Peyton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Bailey now to kick this one away.
Let's go. 70 in. Delta.
Off the play fake. McMahon. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. All day, dog. Hey, check Mike, check. Go.
Back to throw. McMahon taking a shot. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMahon escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Looking to throw. McMahon gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense? And he will score! Touchdown, Chicago! It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Operating from the gun. McMahon goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Leo!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, McMahon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Mike spot 4. Watch the run.
Back to throw. McMahon under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, McMahon. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete to Moss. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set, ready, 90, roll. Max 15, Max 15. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 15's the mic, 15's the mic. I got 15.
On 1st and 10, McMahon. Caught out left side by Robinson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Alpha. Right, let's go.
2nd down and inches. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking to throw. McMahon. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. McMahon. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Coming to you, coming to you. 15's the mark, 15's the mark. I got 15. Ready.
Operating from the gun. McMahon eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Lock it. Check 49. Buzz. Ready, go.
On fourth down, McMahon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Again, Peterson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peterson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, McMahon. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. McMahon gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, baby.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, McMahon. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60, orange. Go. It's our time. It's our time. Let's go.
2nd and 15. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. McMahon. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check. Yeah.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon. Peterson. Adrian Peterson. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson. 31 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Well, they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McMahon. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Check 43. Ready.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They try again with Peterson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson taking it in. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, And they'll come up empty on the try for two. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Let's go. It's our field. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.